Hi Gemini, welcome to your weekly forecast for December 2 through the 8th. We've got our little holiday theme all set up here. We're going to do something a little bit different this week, guys. I'm going to read for you using a deck of playing cards, a Rudolph Adventures playing cards, because I could not find winter or Christmas decks that I liked. And then we're going to pull a money manifesting affirmation for you from a money manifesting deck, because I know around the holidays a lot of people get very stressed out about money. And even if you don't celebrate the holidays, or if it's not the holidays where you are, you're part of the world or your culture, I think people are interested in manifesting money all year round. So even if it's not a holiday for you, I don't think you'll mind the money message. So we're going to go ahead and see, my darlings, what is coming up for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising with our little Rudolph cards. Monday, Tuesday, all right, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And as always, my dears, those of you who like to collect cards, as do I always have the card info in the link of the description if you want to jump onto Amazon and get them for yourself. Alrighty, my dears. So we have in the beginning of the week, Gemini, this is a positive card. You've got 3 of Diamonds. So 3 of Diamonds, this is going to have to do with money. This is going to have to do with your finances. And 3 of Diamonds is going to be about, for some of you, a collaboration. You might be coming into some kind of a network. I feel some of you are being accepted into something. Like, I don't know if you wrote something, like you wrote on a topic in your career and you submitted it for review. If you're trying to get into some kind of organization or some kind of like a council, or some kind of professional group, I feel some of you are being inducted into something like that, or you're being accepted into some kind of a group, or you're getting some kind of certification, or not certification, but I'm seeing like you're being decorated in your field in some way. Like you're getting some kind of title or some kind of additional, just something very fancy that you can like add on to whatever it is that you do. For other ones of you, this is going to be about building on something with someone. So it could be a relationship that you're like, wow, this really has potential. This totally could be going somewhere. And so you might be taking something more seriously, or you might be receiving a lot of attention at work. Sometimes I see this card come up when all of a sudden at work you're being asked to stay later, or you're being asked to help out with different kind of tasks, or maybe things that even aren't in your job description, helping out different departments, things like this. And it's because you've been noticed, and they're trying to figure out how to really make the most of your gifts, your talents, your abilities. They might be, testing the waters with you, because they may have plans to move you up. They might have plans to promote you, or give you a raise. And so they're trying to figure out, what more they can add onto your plate, and, what's going to be a smart amount for them to give you as a raise or a bonus or whatever it might be. So sometimes I see this card come up when you're in the process of getting promoted, or getting transferred to a different department or something, because they feel like, hey, this person's really doing good, and they have potential, and they could really move up here. So there could be something like that for some of you as well. Your Wednesday, Thursday card, my dears. Oh, you have the Joker. So we're going to go ahead and translate this into, I'm stuttering, into traditional tarot as the Fool. The Fool card. So the Fool card is going to be major arcana. And so this means there's a significant turning point in your life. Like you're going in a new direction. And when we see the Fool or the Joker, it's like you're feeling called to do something, or to go in a new direction. So I feel like some of you are taking something seriously, or you're deciding to take something seriously that maybe to other people in your life it doesn't make sense. It could be a career change. It could be a relationship. You might be deciding to study or learn about some skill that people might be like, what are you going to get involved in that for? Like, I can't really imagine you doing that, you know? But it's something that you're feeling called to do, and it's for your greater good. Some of you are making a decision to go for something. Now, keep in mind, like I said, something in the beginning of the week about a foundation collaborating. It could very much to do with this, where you're saying, you know what, I think we've got a good foundation here. I think this is going to go somewhere. So you might be going all in with a person, or all in with a group or a business. You might be going all in. The message, obviously, with the Joker, you might be feeling very called to do something, but you also do want to look before you leap, right? Calculate the cost before you jump, like figure it out. You might be feeling like you want to kind of gamble here with something, or you might be feeling like you really want to go for it, but really, really think about it. Like, really think about it before you take that leap. And just, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. It just means that there might be some things you need to do to protect yourself, like before you go in, right? Like if you wanted to, even like if we use the example of like divers. I am not a diver by any means. I have not been like trained to be a professional swimmer, but even with divers, right? Like they have to dive in a certain way. Like when they're jumping off the diving board, they have to go a certain way, or even divers that go under the ocean, they have to go at a certain rate, and they have to make sure that the oxygen tanks are like certain pressure and things like this. Like they don't just willy-nilly go all in, right? There might be certain precautions you need to take, or certain preparations you need to make, just so that you're going to get the best result, and that you're not going to put yourself in like a dangerous or a difficult situation in the process. So I feel whatever's happening, Gemini, that yes, this is a good thing for you. Yes, this came into your life for a reason, but whether or not it's successful depends on your approach going in. That's the feeling that I'm getting here with this. And for some of you, it's love. Excuse me. Some of you, it's money. Some of you, it could have to do with you're literally preparing to build something. Because 3 of diamonds could be foundation. Like you might be really preparing to like build your dream home or something. Really make sure you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's. Really make sure you have your calculations correct. Really make sure that you've prepared for unexpected delays that might arise. Just make sure you have those backup plans in place. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. It just means make sure that you've kind of reviewed all the different possibilities, and that you're very prepared for them. Now, this is interesting because the next card here we have is 5 of clubs. Now, this is going to have to do with the whole process of competing goals. Like there could be some kind of conflict. So if you are collaborating with people, right, and you want to go rushing all in, you want to be all in, understand and know that people are going to have different ideas about how they want to proceed. So if you are doing something with another group of people, you have to take this into consideration, that there might be a clashing of egos. There might be like a pulling back and forth. If you are starting a business and you're kind of going into it by yourself, yes, or maybe you're not starting a business, maybe you're already in a business. Whatever this is that you're doing is drawing attention to you, and there might be some competition that's coming up, or you might be feeling kind of threatened by the competition. But the fact that you feel threatened by the competition is a good thing, because it means that you're in the game, you're in the running, right? Like, yeah, you might be competing with other people, but you're one of the options to other people, right? Like, for example, tarot readers on YouTube. How many tarot readers are there on YouTube? Like, we probably can't even count. There's probably thousands of them. And still, you come across different videos, you come across different readers, and you have a little group of readers that you like and that you come back to, or you have certain readers that you'll go to for private readings, right? Like certain people will stand out to you, right? Even out of the thousands and thousands, there'll be certain people that you gravitate towards. So it's going to be the same thing for you in your business or in your career, right? There might be a lot of other people competing with you, but you're going to draw to you, you're going to attract to you the right thing, the right opportunity. It will line up, it will link up, it will match up. There could also be some conflicts towards the end of the week where you might have people that don't agree with the decisions and the choices that you're making. Maybe you have a spouse or a family member that doesn't like the direction you're going in with your career or your personal life. There could be some back and forth, and just a little piece of advice for you for what it's worth. When I see this five of clubs come up or five of wands come up, I found that a really good approach to take is just to say, look, I really appreciate the fact that you care about me so much, that you're trying to help me out. Like, thank you for loving me so much that you want to make sure you're protecting me from something, or you want to make sure I'm making the right decisions. I trust your judgment. I know you're a smart person. Please don't be offended by the fact that I'm not taking your advice. I can't explain why. I just feel really, really called to go about it in this way. I just feel really called to do things in this way. And if it doesn't work out, if I'm wrong, I'll absolutely remember your advice. I thank you for your advice. I respect your judgment. I just can't explain why, but I really feel I need to go this direction. I really feel I need to do it this way. So that can maybe help nip some of that arguing in the bud for you. Let's go ahead and see what's happening with your money manifesting, what your money manifesting affirmation is going to be. And guys, I do recommend that you watch your moon sign and rising sign videos as well. Could bring a little extra information for you, make things maybe make a little bit more sense. Also, my dears, you could take the money affirmation from your moon sign and rising sign and put them together and create like a monster affirmation, a mega affirmation. All right, so let's see, Gemini. Your card for money manifesting this week is awareness. Okay, so I encourage you to take a look at this and see what's jumping out at you, what it speaks to you, what message it brings to you. This is a really good way of using your intuition and the symbols that are meaningful to you to find a way to make the general reading a little bit more personal for you. The first thing that's jumping out at me, believe it or not, are the trees. Those evergreens in the background there. And those make me think of Christmas. How very appropriate, right? We've got that whole theme this week. So this makes me feel like Spirit is saying right now, right now, this exact moment, the next few weeks, this holiday season, not necessarily because it's a holiday, just the timing itself. I feel that we're being drawn to this current time. So there's some really big crossroads you're about to come across. And the next thing that's drawing my eye in is how she's looking into this silver ball here that's almost like a crystal ball. So I feel like it's saying you need to listen to your intuition. You need to use your foresight and your planning, look ahead, prepare ahead, think ahead, because something right now is going to be very big for you in the future. Like, you're going to make some really big decisions in the coming weeks, and it's important that you listen to your intuition and that you use your foresight, that you really try to think a few steps ahead here and look into what could happen, right? Be prepared. That message is coming in very strong for you, that whether or not this is successful depends on how prepared you are and how far ahead you've thought about this. The birds also make me think of ideas, like ideas coming to you that might be divinely inspired, that are being brought to you, that are helping you. Okay, so guidance coming in that way. So look at it, see what's jumping out at you. We're going to turn this around and see what your affirmation is here. And the affirmation that you have here is, when I focus on positive energy, I am aware that I attract more of it. Okay, so you want to stay in your positivity. You guys did get that 5 of wands come up. You got that 5 of clubs come up. So you might have some negativity around you. You might have some naysayers. You might have some people telling you that you don't know what you're doing, or you don't make good decisions, or this and this and that. You want to try to be in the positive energy and focus on the good. Focus on things that are going to inspire you, that are going to keep you moving ahead, that are going to keep you moving forward. And this will help you find the appropriate supportive people in your life who are going to be supportive of your ideas and your projects and the things that you want to do. Okay? Again, watch your moon, sun, and rising sign videos. Maybe put them together, put your affirmations together. And I highly recommend that you do the affirmation first thing in the morning and the last thing at night, because these are the two best times to really help with the programming, like programming your way of thinking, programming, like really rewiring the brain. Watch your channeled message for December. There's a link to that in the description. That can be very, very helpful. You will hear my voice in the video, but it's not me talking. I step aside, I let Spirit and the angels take over, and I let them say what they want to say. So those are very helpful. And then the love videos will be up in a couple of days for December. I'm not doing private readings just for a teensy bit, guys. I'm stepping away from private readings for a little bit so that I can finish preparing the 2020 forecasts, the 12-month forecasts. I'm preparing those. And I'm going to redo the calendar and make some changes. So as soon as everything is posted, if you're subscribed to the channel, you'll get a notice and you'll know that it's posted. But I'll also make an announcement. I'll let you guys know when the private readings are ready to be scheduled again, when I'm doing the private readings again. They will be happening, don't worry. I have had people like emailing, like concerned, like, what happened to the calendar? It will be posted again hopefully in the next week. Hopefully not longer than that, but I will let you all know when it's back up and running. I thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I'm wishing you a fabulous week, Gemini.